start by offering congratulations on the Star of the Week, third Star of the Week in the NHL. Just a little bit of an acknowledgement of hard work and success, I assume.
Oh, thank you. I think it says more about the team than about myself. It shows that we won the games that we played, obviously, and played a really good game to make me look good.
Up until this point, how have you adapted to the system at the center? You have experience coming from Buffalo to Boston, adapting to a new system with a new team. Just how's that been so far through the first half or portion of the season?
It has its ups and downs. Sometimes it's easy to read off of it, sometimes it's not. But the more games you play, the more you get to know the guys and their tendencies and how, the breakdowns and where you need to be a little bit more alert. Every game is different, obviously, but for every game that goes by, it gets a little bit easier. It's always, we play in the best league in the world, so there's nothing you can take for granted. But at the same time, you kind of help you to erase those chasing moments, so to speak, so which causes you to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more calm in the net, and not feeling that you're always chasing after the puck instead.
Is that kind of a part of what you've found more recently with the success that you've got? Is that kind of all to kind of go to that success, or are there other variables of the game that have kind of dictated what you've liked from your game over the past little while?
I always say that a goal to success is a team-based effort. So I don't want to take credit for what we're doing as a team. I haven't been the one scoring the goals, and my job is to stop pucks, and guys have been, helping me out of making my job easier than for a bunch of other guys in the league as of late.
What's your impression of team identity and how it's being built?
Like how you do it, or?
No, not how, but what it's becoming, identity.
For us?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just have to, understand the question a little bit more. It's a time-consuming, long-term thing. It's not something you do overnight. It's not something you do in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 months. It's something you build off of every single day, 365 days in the year. And if you want to build something, that holds up for a long time. You don't want to make it, superficial or something that just, crumbles as soon as some pressure or gets on top of it. So we're getting there. There's obviously a lot of positives that I've seen and I've noticed, and there's something that I'm very proud of, being a part of as well. And hopefully this is something that when there's more like extra pressure from ourselves and during playing these tight games against top teams, that we still bend and not break.
You also use the word gritty in describing your team's performance in Carolina, and obviously this is a pretty important road trip here. Is that the kind of game that you're hoping to just sort of transport into this Western Series?
Both yes and no.
Okay.
Carolina is a different beast when it comes to how the game is being played. Same thing when you go in playing Edmonton in their barn as well. It's going to be a tough game, but in a different manner. The same thing goes when coming here to Seattle. They have their personnel, they have their team vision, how they play the game, and so we got to look to ourselves and focus more on what we have to do to be successful, and then not trying to adapt to what they're doing. We're trying to make them adapt to us.
One of your goaltenders, Linus, was named third Star of the Week this week. Can you just describe what the feeling is watching his performance night in, night out of late?
Yeah, we have a lot of confidence in him. We had a lot of confidence in him coming here, and obviously it takes a little bit of time to adapt, but he's feeling it right now. He's feeling great, and he's a great guy, great leader, so it's awesome to see him play like that, and obviously helps our team win those games. Last game too, I think he made 4 great saves, which could end up in the back of the net, so it's just fun watching him play, watching him compete in practice, and just trying to get better every day too.
Does what you see at his end of the ice give you the confidence to kind of hang around at the other end of the ice, maybe a second or 2 or 3 seconds more offensively, just knowing that there's that guy at the other end of the ice?
Yeah, we try and play for him too. We don't want him to make those saves every night, and want him to feel comfortable back there too, not trying to have to win for us every game. But obviously, if he plays like that, we have a chance to win every night. And I think if you have a goaltender like that, he is really confident himself too, and just tries to get better. And that brings confidence in the group that you just know that maybe if you do a mistake, he has your back. And I mean, you can see night in, night out.
You've been playing with Adam and G for quite a bit now, a couple games, just more consistency. Just what have you liked from that chemistry that you've built with those two guys?
Yeah, I think we've been playing okay the last 2 games, but in the end we found ways to win, and I think we've still been creating. Obviously, we're going to create more, but in the end I think we've been playing pretty good as a line, and especially defensively too, to really give the opponents a lot of looks, and I think that's what we want to do, is we want to play good defensively and then see where we can get offensively.
And how important is that, just creating from the back end to create that offense, just moving through the neutral zone, getting in transition? Just how important is that for you guys as a line, but overall as a team as well?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, we want to play fast, and I think our Ds have done a great job over the last games here, just moving up pucks quick, and I think their gap has been outstanding, so makes our job easier to go and beat their gap. And I mean, yeah, I think I've been really happy the way we've been playing, and I think the whole group has been.
Last road game was a 3-0 victory in a very tough building in Carolina. What has to be done or taken from that game? Would you like the most of that game that you bring into this road trip?
Yeah, I think we played a team game again. I mean, Pinn's obviously stepping up for us, big there, and that's what we need. We need all 4 lines to get to help the team out. And I think if we play the way like we've been playing, we play the same as all 4 lines, keep it simple. And on the road, you sometimes have to sacrifice a little bit of offense just to win the team game. And I think that's going to be really important for us to just kind of stick together and keep doing what we've been doing.
Your goaltender named one of the 3 stars of the week, obviously, Linus, 3rd star of the week here for his success and everything else. But he was very quick to point out it's all team related. But just what does it mean to have a goaltender that's doing what he's doing right now?
I mean, it's massive. It's big saves at key moments, keeps us in. It's obviously deserved. He's been playing amazing. Even the games that we lost earlier this season, he was playing great. And I think it's just a team thing. Like he said himself, it's all of us being on the same page. They roll in the same way and roll in the same direction. And obviously, winning games always helps when your goalie's playing the way Ole's been playing. So, you know what? It's great to see, and you love seeing that for your teammates.
Are you seeing a difference in attention to detail defensively, the defensive game as a whole?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's all about the details. The game is so quick. Everything happens out there so fast, and what's unfortunate is usually the small little mistakes will end up in the back of your net, and then that's how talented every team is every night. So the more we can limit those, and the better that we can be at those details and pay attention to them, then the better it is for us as a group. And we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. It's getting better.
Did that 3-0 win in Carolina define attention to detail to this point in the season?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you go in that building, you know it's going to be hard. They're not going to give you a whole lot of time and space. They're going to be in your face, not a lot of room. And the way we played was exactly the way we talked about it all day before the game started. So, you know what? We've been playing some good hockey, but there's a lot of hockey left this season. We got to keep that going and keep building and bring the best every night.
Is there kind of a mental focus aspect to that too? Like to carry that throughout the entirety of the game, early in this year, a couple moments where early and late in periods kind of guys gotten beat. Just is that focus kind of a part of that as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what it is. It's doing it for 60 minutes for 82 nights. That's the goal of every team, and obviously let's not kid ourselves. It's not going to be perfect every night, and it won't happen every night, but it's finding a way to limit those little mistakes that won't cost you even on the nights that you're not having it. And I think our group is going through that and learning of that right now, and it's obviously something that we want to be as close as perfect as it can be. And but at the end of the day, it's about playing the game. It's going every night and playing the way we want to play, and not dictate anything else. The other team is who we're facing. We're all aware of that, but it's all about us. It's the way we show up every night.
Can we start with a comment? And I know you're going to state the obvious here, but your goaltender, Linus, 3rd star of the week this week, and for good reason.
100%. You know, he looks like the goalie that we envisioned. Lots of confidence, and anytime your goalie's playing well, gives your team a lot of confidence as well.
What do you see from the team? with the saves that he is making? You've been on both sides of it, right? On the bench as a coach,
Yeah,
and on the bench.
yeah. I mean, when you have a goalie playing the way Linus is, it gives your team belief, gives you confidence, and a lot of times that comes just from wins. And goaltending, like I talked about the other night, is a big part of that.
Kind of switching gears, we've spoken a lot about the third line and their success, but from the top six, some continuity in that group. Just how do they complement each other well, those two lines?
Well, I mean, I think you could play, I've said it before, a lot of our guys together. I think anytime you put good players together, they're going to play well. Timmy obviously sees the ice very well. G's a smart player. Gods can score. Josh, Brady, and Drake. You're talking about three good players that complement each other in a lot of different ways.
Lots of power play work today, 4-on-3 and 5-on-4. Just any reason for that specifically, or just get a look at
Just
it?
a normal routine practice. We like to work on power play most practices, quite honestly, so it was nothing out of the ordinary.
Coach, are you seeing more from your group of them embracing the rinse and repeat mentality, which, based on what you saw against Carolina on Friday, you're going to need?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about our game, win or lose, how we're playing, good or bad, how we need to play to have success, whether we lose or win. And we're doing a lot of that right now. Even though we're winning, we need to make sure that we understand why and what goes into winning. It's not easy. You've got to pay a price to win. And just because you've won a game before, you've won 2 games or whatever it is, you can't change. You've got to keep doing the things that got you the wins in the first place. And that starts tomorrow night.